In Australia, on the day before the first test between Australia and England, I had the Australian newspaper here, the Daily Telegraph. It's the Daily Telegraph, and it is in fact, look carefully, it's the 20th of November. On the back pages, not much there, but here we have a great headline there. Quick and the dread. Concerns the call to start the Ashes in Perth could backfire as Stark admits players would prefer Brisbane Test over at the Gabba. There we go. So one of the decisions, they played the Gabba second and Perth first, especially because of injury. And of course, Glenn McGrath, it says here, Glenn McGrath says, ooh, don't do a McGrath. Steve Harmison, the England cricketer, talked about it. And again, we've got a discussion on adventurous and exciting style now, just baseball lights, so they're saying baseball being tapered down. Steve Smith there is also in an article saying it is scary, but can he still do it? Can Steve Smith still do it? That's the question. A lot of discussion about that. You've got then a lot of the bowlers warming up. You see there. You see. Jury is out on the Perth Open, so is it really the best place? Cummins firming for Brisbane, that's good news. England loads up for a pace assault. Of course, they've got Jofra Archer, they've got Mark Wood. So that'll be very interesting. Indeed. Then a lovely old article here about Douglas Jardine was a genuine player by the rules, but a great player. This is a bit of an English history there. So yeah, but the newspapers in Australia, the Daily Telegraph, is full of cricket. In fact, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pages, full pages on the whole thing. It's quite, please upload practice. I'm not able to do that at the moment. I can get you snippets, but not the full practice. Ashes is 1 day to go. Jofra Archer Fear Factor, wherever that page 60. There is definitely a Jofra Archer Fear Factor with Perth. Ian Wood will be significant. The England side, in fact, has been selected as well. And some, you've got Zach Crawley with Ben Duckett, you've got Ollie Pope. Now, it's interesting. So Zach Crawley, Ben Duckett, Ollie Pope, Joe Root, and then Harry Brook. All 5 of those players played in Sydney. Zach Crawley played for the Sydney Cricket Club. Ben Duckett played for Parramatta, albeit seconds. Ollie Pope played for Camden, as in Camden, which is where Monty Panesar played. Joe Root played actually in Adelaide, not Sydney. And then also Harry Brook played for Sydney University. Ben Stokes is basically New Zealand. And Ollie Woodinson, who's not necessarily played in Australia. There's quite a few of the players that actually played in Australia in the grade cricket competition, which is quite... Australia will win 5-0. I don't know about that. I'm saying, say 3-2. I think we could actually see England win the first and possibly the second tests, which would be a boil over. It'll be interesting to see Australia come back and win 3-2. It'll be very exciting if that's the case. So if England wins in Perth, it will place significant pressure on Cummins to make a swift return from his back injury. Hazelwood sideline with a hamstring injury could also feel the pressure, and the duo must be careful not to fall into the pigeon cop hole, meaning they come back too early. So the injuries to both Hazelwood and Cummins, if they come back early, could be significant.
How many times? How many times?
Johnson's cold ball with good illustration thoughts. Mitchell Johnson's calming down. So Poms are quick to unleash their so-called speed guns. Wood and Jofra will go hard early and probably do well. Hazelwood Cummins' injury will hurt them for sure. I agree. Yeah, they certainly will. It's going to hurt them a great deal, actually. Concerns indeed that And that's again what the article says there. It says concerns there about the fact they're starting in Perth, not Brisbane. Perth was first, Brisbane second, Adelaide third. So the first two could well see that the Jofra Archer Mark Wood combination do really well in the absence of Australia's best bowlers, with only Stark and Boland arguably the two that can be relied upon. Doggett's new. Whether they play line, I don't know. Cam Green is still raw through injury to bowling again. If Pat Cummins comes back second test, is he fit enough? Hazelwood may not be. We could be a bit lean for the first couple of test matches, which are the crucial fast bowling test matches. So if we go down 1 or 2-0, it could be very interesting indeed. Yes. The Jofra Archer factor is very, very big indeed. Jofra Archer is a very big factor. Could certainly come into play. Are you in Sydney now? I'm in Sydney now, yes, I'm in Sydney. I'm at Coogee Beach. If you look out there, you can see I'm in Coogee Beach. I'm in a lovely cafe here in Coogee, very close to the beach, not in Perth. Perth, first test starts on Friday, which is today's Thursday, so tomorrow. Then you've got Brisbane following shortly after, followed by Adelaide just before Christmas. Boxing Day, which is after Christmas, will be Melbourne. That makes it 4 of the 5 tests, with the only January tests being in Sydney at the SCG. Hopefully a cracker 2-all, and we'll have a situation where, best team wins the Ashes. Yeah, always interesting. I mean, India's got its problems at the moment too. They got smacked by South Africa in a match there and beaten by spinners. And again, the Indian batting lineup, Washington Sundar, I respect him, but he's not at number 3. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. Very much indeed. And they've got another test coming up against South Africa. And South Africa, well, they're the current world test champions, so I guess we've got to give them some credit. I'm not a big fan of them, but they've done what they had to do, so we'll see how that goes. All right, I'm going to try and get something to eat here. So I can order a toasted cheese and tomato sandwich. Again, newspapers, as I said, you see there comes out. I order some food.
Yeah, do you want me to get your menu or just...
I toasted cheese and tomato sandwich, please.
toasted cheese, tomato, any ham or no ham?
Yeah, 1 and a half, yeah.
Yeah?
Yep. So I'm going to get some ham now. So Pat is doing good. Pat is doing well. I have less confidence in Australia. Well, he's just lost 2 of your leading bowlers for the first test. And we're putting a lot of pressure on the third. And he may well have injury problems, we don't know. In fact, you've got 3 bowlers that are injured. Cam Green came back from a long-term injury, back injury, that really whacking around. How are you? Is everything going good? I said hi, hello, hi there. The fact is that Cam Green is playing with injury, recovering. Stark, susceptible to injury any time. Hazelwood and, of course, Cummins both injury prone at the moment. Cummins, it's quite serious injury, but he's back, they say. He's bowling, but you never know. Hazelwood's injury could be longer term. And you got Swan Abbott as well as injured. So the bowling stocks are somewhat depleted for once. Brendan Dockett is playing. His first test match, it looks like he'll be a debutant with Weatherall. I'm not confident about Weatherall at all. I see him as a bit of a risk. I don't like Labuschagne either. I think Weatherall and Labuschagne will actually get out very early in the piece. Cam Green bowl. He's going to be bowling. Yes, Cam Green is bowling. It looks like he's definitely bowling, so wait and see. So Cam Green, injury prone. Cummins out injury. Hazel injury. Abbott has 4 of their top 9 bowlers. Stark potentially, could fall injured. So they're really starting to... Scott Boland comes to the fore. He's obviously very good, but then the England batting line. All experienced Australian players, as in they played a lot of cricket here. All of them played grade cricket, which is very interesting. Crawley for Sydney Cricket Club, then Duggan for Parramatta, Ollie Pope for Campbelltown, 3 grade teams in Sydney. The top 3. 4 Joe Root played in Adelaide, and 5 Harry Brook played for Sydney University. So 4 of the 5 top batsmen played for Sydney Cricket. Quite incredible. They're all very experienced, very experienced. Duckett's experienced, Crawley's experienced, Ollie Pope's experienced. not only are they experienced, they're successful and they're in the right batting order. And they're long-term in their batting order, which Australia can't say. I mean, Latterall's first game, Khawaja, yes. Labuschagne up there like a yo-yo. Smith is pretty solid. So really, a bit of shakiness in the Australian batting line. Cam Green will not go up the order. Hopefully, he'll be back down to number 6. They'll have Travis Head's one that hasn't been talked much about. He's significant. He's become significant. I never thought much of him, but he's become very significant. So we'll wait and see how he goes. Why are you showing less confidence in that? Well, it's just the reality is there. It is there. There is a shakiness. Steve Smith, Travis Head come to the fore, and largely we're doing okay. Right? A lot's going to be relied upon in those 3 players. Labuschagne, even though he scored centuries in grade cricket, means nothing. They're good at the test level. How about Indian team? How about India's team? Well, India need to get back to Shubman Gill, definitely. Jaswal, definitely. Number 3, I mean, Arun now, or Karun now, I should say. The likes of, there's that other guy, I forgot his name, Sharad, I think it is. Who's the guy, the little navy guy, he scores big runs. I don't know why he's not on the side. Of course, you've got Virat Kohli out, that's a massive hole. And Rohit Sharma, another hole. So you've got some problems there. Sky is not there yet. Well, he's been injured, hasn't he? Yeah, it's quite a bit of uncertainty with him. It's not they fell apart. But too many all-rounders. I agree with that. A lot of commentary about too many all-rounders. All right, guys. Why are you showing Jack Weatherall and Doggett has earned their spots to play in Australia? Yes and no. But performing in domestic doesn't mean an automatic selection for Australia. It shouldn't. You've got to perform at the Australian level. Okay, so that's the problem. All right. I think in India we should improve our playing against spinning. India's lost the mojo against spinners. Well, I mean, the South African spinners, Amara's okay and Harman was okay, but they're not brilliant. They made India look very silly, didn't they? Wait and see what happens next test. All right, guys, that's a small update from me. Again, you will see the newspaper here, the Daily Telegraph. And you'll have the articles there, 7 or 8 pages, full-length pages. There's Mr. Stark, very important player. If he fires it, to be different. If he doesn't, well. But Cummins and Hazelwood are the ones that. So again, let me just repeat. Cummins out injured the first test. Hazelwood out indefinitely, possibly for 2 tests or 3. Same with Sean Abbott. We've also got Cameron Green coming back from injury. It's effectively 4 bowlers right there. We'll wait and see how bowling will start going. What will you tell Perth for that? We'll have to wait and see. I'm dealing with a few matters here in Sydney, but wait and see. Perth may not be my go for the first test. It's 5.5 hours, not around the corner. All right, guys, thanks for your time. View, like, and share Eyes on Cricket with Norman Kochner, Eyes on Sports. Coming up soon will be 5 tests. Hopefully, we've got a great deal of commentary, and hopefully, a few people can join me. We'll talk soon on Eyes on Sports with Norman Kochner. Make sure, Eyes on Cricket. Go there and view, like, and share. If you're not already a subscriber, some 54,000 are, more than that. So share it around and get some more involvement. We'll talk more soon. All the best. Take care. This is Norman Kochner, Eyes on Sports.